10 cars are so badly designed that UK mechanics won't buy them even at half price. By number 1, you'll discover the vehicle technicians refuse even free, because owning it means guaranteed bankruptcy. Mechanics don't judge by badges. They judge by what they've rebuilt at 7 p.m. on a Friday. I asked techs across Birmingham, Manchester and Glasgow one question. What car would you never buy for yourself? Same answers. Same disgust. Same words. I'd rather walk. Not if you paid me. I've seen it destroy families. Let's count down the cars that mechanics know too much about to ever own. Alfa Romeo Giulietta. The Alfa Giulietta looks like a bargain at 4 to 8 grand. Beautiful Italian styling, sporty handling, tempting price. It's not a bargain. It's a trap in a very nice suit. A Birmingham Alfa specialist told me something I can't unhear. People offer me these in part exchange. I refuse every time, because I already know the ending. The MultiAir system is brutally oil sensitive. Miss one service. Use slightly wrong oil. Do too many short trips. Any of these triggers a chain reaction you can't stop. The timing chain stretches prematurely. You hear a rattle. Then the chain jumps. Valves meet pistons. Engine destroys itself from the inside. Engine out money. 4 to 6 grand for a rebuild. Preventive replacement costs nearly 2 grand. On a car you bought for 6. Then there's the TCT dual clutch gearbox. When it works, it's brilliant. When it doesn't, every drive becomes a countdown to mechanical failure. Juddering at lights, hesitation when pulling away, then complete failure requiring 3 to 4 grand replacement. A Manchester mechanic described it perfectly. You buy it cheap, thinking you've saved money, then you spend premium car money anyway, just later, in pieces, over months, that drain you. The electrical system adds constant, smaller problems. Window regulators fail. Dashboard lights appear with no clear cause. Each repair is 3 to 500 quid. The worst part? It's never just one repair. It's a big bill that hurts. Then constant smaller bills that chip away at you month after month. A Glasgow tech who's owned Alfas for 20 years. I love this brand. I will not buy a Giulietta. Even at quarter price, I'd refuse. The repairs always cost more than the discount. Always. Think about that. A man who loves Alfa Romeo and knows how to fix them won't touch a Giulietta even at 75% off. Number 9 looks safer, until you learn what's hiding inside the engine. Renault. Captur. Modern crossover. Practical family choice. One catastrophic design flaw mechanics call the ticking bomb. The timing belt runs inside the engine, swimming in oil. Traditional timing belts run outside in dry air. Renault decided to innovate. The problem? The belt absorbs oil. It swells. The material degrades. Then it disintegrates between 60 and 80,000 miles, well before Renault's 100,000 schedule. When it goes, metal fragments spray through the oil system like shrapnel. They contaminate everything. Bearings, journals, cylinders. The engine isn't repairable. It's scrap. Engine replacement cost? 5 to 7 grand. On a car you bought for 10 to 12. A Birmingham Renault tech was blunt. I refuse these in trade. Even at half price, I know I'm losing money when the belt goes. Not if, when. Renault knows this happens. They've seen the failures. They haven't changed the design. They just let it happen to customers who trusted the schedule. A Leeds mechanics colleague offered him his wife's Captur at 5,000 below market. He refused. Even with massive discount, I'd need to do timing belt immediately. That's £1,000. Then the EDC gearbox between 30 and 60,000 miles. Another 3 to 4 grand. I'm not gambling. The dual clutch gearbox develops clutch pack wear and Mechatronic faults systematically. Another 4-figure repair bill. A Glasgow Renault technician who works on these daily. I'd rather buy a 15-year-old Toyota with 150,000 miles than a 3-year-old Captur with 40,000. He'd rather trust a decade-and-a-half-old Japanese car with massive mileage than a nearly new French crossover. Here's what nobody checks. Does the mechanic who services it own one? Ask that about number 8. Mini Clubman Cooper D Premium Badge. BMW engineering underneath. Mini service costs on top. Mechanics call it the worst of both worlds wrapped in a Union Jack. A Birmingham Mini specialist. Customers offer Clubman diesels constantly. I refuse everyone. The timing chain, DPF, electrical issues, Guarantee I'd spend 6 to 10 grand. Even at half market value, I'm underwater. The BMW B47 diesel timing chain stretches around 80 to 100,000 miles. BMW calls it lifetime. Mechanics call it expensive lesson. Preventive replacement costs 2 to 2.5 grand. Wait for failure? Engine out rebuild at 6 to 8,000. Then the DPF. Mini markets these to trendy urban buyers. Young professionals doing school runs. But the diesel needs sustained motorway miles to regenerate properly. City use clogs it. Replacement cost? 2 to 3 grand. Electric parking brake motors seize from corrosion. Both sides eventually. 1,500 quid. Rear brake calipers bind. Electronic suspension develops faults requiring expensive dealer diagnostics. A Manchester tech explained his refusal. Buy it for 8 grand. Immediately need timing chain. 2,000. DPF replacement. 2.5. EPB motors. 1,500. Maybe suspension. Another grand. That's 7,000 minimum. I'd be 15 into a car worth 14. Zero profit. Only risk. The math doesn't work, even with massive discount. A Leeds BMW trained technician. I understand these engines intimately. I still won't buy one. The problems aren't possibilities. They're certainties. I'd rather buy a Honda Civic diesel at full price. Go to a mini service department. Ask technicians what they drive. None own diesel minis. Wait until you hear what Land Rover techs say about number 7. Land Rover Discovery Sport. Here's where it gets really interesting. Land Rover specialists, people who repair these professionally and could get mates rates on parts, refuse Discovery Sports at any price. A Glasgow Land Rover tech didn't hesitate. The gearbox will fail, the timing belt will fail, the electronics will fail. I'd spend 12 to 18,000 repairing a car I bought for 10 to 15. That's not bad luck. That's guaranteed financial suicide. The 9-speed ZF automatic gearbox fails so consistently between 40 and 70,000 miles that class action lawsuits are progressing. Multiple countries, thousands of owners. This isn't some fail. This is systematic, catastrophic failure across the board. Juddering at low speeds, slipping under load, then complete mechanical breakdown. Replacement cost? 6 to 8,000 pounds. Then there's the Ingenium diesel timing belt that runs in oil. Just like the Renault, same stupid design decision, same inevitable failure. Schedule says it's good for 100,000 miles. Real-world failures occur at 60 to 80. Engine rebuild when it goes. Another 5 to 6 grand. A Birmingham mechanic's own brother offered him his Discovery Sport 7,000 below market value. He refused his own brother. I've replaced the gearbox on that exact model 6 times in the past month alone. 6 times. Same failure pattern, same mileage range. I know what's coming. I told him to sell it immediately before the problems appear and destroy him. The electrical system requires dealer-specific diagnostic equipment. Independent mechanics are locked out of certain modules. You can't even diagnose problems without paying Land Rover dealer rates. A Manchester technician explained, a Discovery Sport with electrical faults becomes dealer-only repair at 150 to 180 per hour. I won't buy something I can't even repair properly without going to the dealer. That's design dependency. That's financial trap. Think about this. These are Land Rover specialists. They know these vehicles intimately. They have the skills to repair them. They could get parts at cost, and they still refuse them, even massively discounted, even from family. The next car will shock you, because it's the car everyone says you should buy. Volkswagen Golf. But it's a Golf. German engineering. Volkswagen reliability. The sensible choice. A Birmingham VW specialist shut that down immediately. I'm offered Golfs with the DSG constantly, multiple times weekly. I refuse every single time. The clutch packs will fail. The Mechatronic will fail. I'd spend 3 to 5 grand in repairs on a car I bought for 7 to 8. The math doesn't work. Here's what destroys the reliable Golf myth. The DSG dual clutch gearbox develops clutch pack wear between 40 and 70,000 miles. This isn't occasional. This is systematic across the entire model range. The repairs aren't cheap maintenance. They're expensive mechanical failures. Replacement costs $1,800 to $2,500. Then the Mechatronic unit, the brain of the gearbox, fails. That's another $2,000 to $3,000. The 1.4 TSI engine has timing chain stretch issues. Preventive replacement costs $1,200 to $1,600. Wait for it to fail and cause valve damage? $4,000 to $6,000 for engine rebuild. Electronic parking brake motors fail. Water pump integrated with the timing chain fails. Thermostat housings leak. These are the constant smaller problems that add up month after month. A Leeds mechanic explained exactly why he refused. One offered $3,000 below market. Customer offered me a 2014 Golf with 68,000 miles for $6,500, about $3,000 under market. I know the DSG clutch packs fail between 60 and 80,000. I know timing chains stretch between 70 and 100,000. I'd buy it for 6,500. Immediately need DSG work, $2,000. Face timing chains soon, another 1,400. That's 9,700 total into a car worth 9,500. I walked away. Even with the massive discount, he'd lose money, or break even at best while gambling on when problems appear. A Manchester technician who owns a Golf and loves the brand. I will not buy one with the 1.4 TSI and DSG, even at half price. I've replaced too many gearboxes. I've seen too many timing chain failures. I know what's coming. The inevitable repairs make it financially unviable, no matter how cheap the purchase price. Here's a simple test. Ask any VW mechanic which Golf they drive personally. I guarantee it's not this combination. Ask them why. Listen to their answer. Number 5 is where premium German engineering meets brutal financial reality. BMW 5 Series 520. Executive Saloon. Premium badge. What mechanics call delayed financial pain on wheels. A Glasgow BMW specialist doesn't hesitate. I refuse these. The timing chain will fail. The swirl flaps will fail. I'd spend 10 to 15 grand on a car that's worth 12 to 18 after repairs. Makes zero sense. The lifetime timing chain stretches between 80 and 120,000 miles. Preventive replacement or catastrophic engine rebuild. Then the swirl flaps. They break off, get sucked into cylinders. Engine finished. 7 to 10 grand for replacement. A Birmingham tech's colleague offered him 4,500 below market. The colleague is a BMW technician. He knows what's coming. Timing chain, swirl flaps, DPF soon. That's over 6 grand minimum. I'd be nearly 14 into a 12,000 car. DPF failures, EGR failures, turbo failures. Individually, they sound manageable. Together, they bankrupt owners. A Manchester BMW tech. I work on these every day. I know every failure pattern. I still won't buy one at any price. I'd pay full price for a Lexus before half price for this. Here's the test. Would the BMW salesman drive one? Number 4 reveals why Audi techs don't. Audi Q5. Premium SUV. Sophisticated V6 diesel. One small problem. It drinks oil like fuel. A Birmingham Audi specialist. These consume oil at terrifying rates. The DPF is buried so deep you need to remove turbos and manifolds. Even at half price, I'd lose money. The engine burns through oil because of piston ring design flaws. Owners add litres between services. Audi says, within spec. Mechanics know it's progressive failure ending in engine rebuild. The DPF replacement needs 8 hours of labour to access. What should be a 2-hour job becomes an all-day surgery. A Leeds mechanic was offered 5,000 below market. It was consuming a litre every 1,200 miles. I know that means eventual engine failure. I know the DPF job is coming. I declined. Dual mass flywheel, EGR valve, 2 turbo actuators. The bills stack up faster than the miles. A Manchester Audi tech with 15 years experience. Even at half price, I'd face 6 to 8 grand in inevitable repairs. Not worth it. The top 3 will break your faith in premium badges. Range Rover Sport, British luxury, commanding presence. What mechanics call the triple threat of bankruptcy. A Glasgow Land Rover specialist. I refuse these at any price. Timing belt will fail, gearbox will fail, air suspension will fail. I'd spend 15 to 20 grand fixing a car I bought for 12. The timing belt runs in oil and fails early. Engine rebuild, another 5-figure disaster. The 6-speed automatic develops catastrophic failures. Rebuild or replacement. Another massive bill. The air suspension needs complete replacement around 80 to 100,000 miles. 4 struts, compressor, valve block, 7 to 10 grand total. A Birmingham mechanic's friend offered him 16,000 below market. He's a mechanic. He knows. Timing belt now, gearbox soon, air suspension eventually. That's nearly 15 grand. I'd have almost 24 into a car worth 15. Endless electrical problems. Every module fails. Every sensor fails. Diagnosis alone costs hundreds before you even start repairs. A Manchester Land Rover tech. I specialize in these. I know them intimately. Even free, literally given to me, I'd refuse. The repair costs would bankrupt me. Number 2, made a master certified Mercedes tech swear never to own one. Mercedes E-Class. E, premium German diesel. The OM 642 engine. What mechanics call the oil cooler disaster waiting to happen. A Birmingham Mercedes specialist. I'm offered these weekly. I refuse everyone. The oil cooler will fail. The swirl flaps will fail. Even at half price, I'm losing money. The oil cooler seals leak coolant into oil. Bearing damage. Engine rebuild, 6 to 8 grand. Nearly every OM 642 between 80 and 120,000 miles. The swirl flaps break off. Enter the engine. Total destruction. Preventive removal or 7 to 10 grand replacement. A Leeds mechanic's story still haunts him. Customer offered me 15,000 below market. The oil cooler was already weeping. I knew what was coming. I declined. 2 months later, engine seized. 7,000 rebuild. He was devastated. 7-speed automatic valve body faults. Air suspension failures. DPF clogs. The disasters cascade. A Manchester Mercedes tech with 20 years and master certification. I will not buy one at any price. I've rebuilt too many. Even free, ownership is impossible. And now, the car that made a Land Rover technician say something I'll never forget. Range Rover. Evoque. The car UK mechanics refuse most absolutely. Even free. Even below scrap value. A Glasgow mechanic. Customers offer me these below scrap value. I still refuse. Even free, the repair costs would destroy me financially. The 9-speed ZF automatic fails between 40 and 70,000 miles. Not sometimes. Systematically. Replacement, 6 to 8 grand. A Birmingham specialist was offered 16,000 below market. I refused. 3 months later, saw it again with a customer. Gearbox failed. Repair costs more than he paid for the car. The timing belt runs in oil. Fails early. Engine rebuild. Another 5-figure hit. Turbo fails. DPF clogs. Electrical chaos. Constant 300 to 900 pound failures. A Manchester mechanic was offered 18,000 below market by another mechanic. Even at that discount, gearbox, timing belt, and other problems would cost me 10 to 12 grand. I'd be 15 into a car worth 13. A Leeds Land Rover tech with 8 years on Evoques. I've replaced hundreds of gearboxes. Even if someone gave me one completely free, zero cost, I would refuse. The inevitable repairs would exceed 10 to 12 grand. I cannot afford to own one, even free. That's the ultimate condemnation. Mechanics who repair these professionally refuse them even at zero cost. When mechanics refuse cars at half price, they're not being difficult. They're making informed decisions based on guaranteed repair costs that exceed any discount. If professional mechanics won't buy these at 50% off, you shouldn't buy them at full price. If this revealed the truth mechanics know, hit that like button. Are you a mechanic? Which cars do you refuse? Comments below. Subscribe for insider automotive truth manufacturers hide. Hit the bell. Next video reveals what mechanics actually buy for themselves. Remember, when mechanics unanimously refuse specific models, even at half price, believe them. The Evoque is so catastrophically unreliable that techs refuse them free. Before buying any used car, ask a mechanic if they'd own one. Their answer reveals more truth than any marketing.